things. Number one, it's a process, okay? Or our Canadian friends, I see quite a few of you, it's a process. But just get the strong foundation, right? I mean, I know so many of you are so eager to go out and go and get it done. And I want you to get it done. We want you to get it done, but I want you to make sure that you are doing it right. We want to have deep roots so that we got a long, strong foundation so we can keep this going for years and years and years to come. And I'll tell you, my short-term goal for this organization is we need 1,000 wellness influencers. I want 1,000 doctors' offices. I want 1,000 wellness practitioners. I want 1,000 wellness. Once we have 1,000 of them, we are making an impact on millions of people's lives. And ladies and gentlemen, to me, that's what it's all about. It's all about that big impact. So anybody who has questions tonight, please go in and type them in the Q&A. Don't just put them on the chat. You can chat all you want, but put them in the Q&A. I'll go back and answer those. We'll answer a lot of those tonight as well. You know, this won't take long for me to talk about Earth. I'm excited to give you the dirt on the Earth tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be an exciting, gosh, just, I'm just honestly, can I just be real for you for a second? I'm always real with you guys, but I'm just so humbled of what we have. You know, at the end of the day, you guys all know I'm in Missouri, and it's the show me state, and it's all about results. And that's all I care about. All I care about are the results. And as a clinician, the results speak for themselves. You know, you may not have the best bedside manner as a doctor. You may not have the cleanest office, but you know what? If you got results, guess what? They all gonna come, and they're all gonna come back again and again and again. So literally the product line that we have, I mean, when I was talking to Kevin and Robert earlier today, it's unicorn tears. That's our jokingly thing that we talk about, because it's just unique things that nobody has. And when I talk about nutrition, you have to understand, as a functional medicine doctor, when I talk about nutrition, I'm used to talking about macro, micro, right? So macro are like your carbs, your proteins, and your fats, right? That's the stuff we eat, which we need to eat well, because you're not just going to supplement your way out of a bad lifestyle, even though, like with immune, it's pretty hard not to have a good, healthy immune system when you take that stuff. But nonetheless, I'm used to working on a macro level, telling my patients what to eat. And by the way, you should eat well, and you should follow the program that Anthony Freeman lays out for us as well to follow. You should hydrate proper with good, healthy hydration. But we talk about micronutrients. That's your vitamins. That's your A, D, E, K, vitamin B, vitamin C. Those things are so important, but it's all about the delivery system. You have to have, like, here, look, like in order to get BioMyX, right? In order to get good levels of vitamin A, D, and K into the cells, you have to have a delivery system to pull it in there. You have to have the right delivery system. And the delivery system in this is the tributyrin. So it's like the Trojan horse that pulls everything inside the cell. Sorry, I'm going to turn my TV off. I'm distracting myself. I was giving a little presentation earlier. Hold on. There we are. Okay. So turn this off here. Okay. So what I want to get into tonight is I want to talk a little bit about our Earth product. And then we can talk a little bit more about the nanotechnology again, the Pure 47, because I know a lot of you have questions, but I want to get into the Earth tonight. So, Babette, can I have share screen? If you could possibly do that for me, let me know if you could do the share screen for me again, pretty please, with sugar on top. If I can have that, that'd be good. But let's talk about this. So what we did at conference, which was amazing. We had samples for you guys to have Earth. And I want to tell you something, as a scientific advisory board and a committee, we literally put a tremendous amount of effort and energy into those surveys. I want to tell you something. If you have any idea, if you had any idea about how much talking back and forth we did between the scientific advisory board, leadership, just all kinds of us work, we took those surveys and we took them to heart. We took them to heart in a way that you can't even believe. So we tweaked the Earth a little bit. We took some things out. We added some things in, because at the end of the day, all that matters are the results. And my job tonight is to help you understand what's in this and how it works and how it's uniquely different. Because I'll tell you, to the naked eye, I've shown this to some other friends of mine. To the naked eye, they're like, man, I could buy probiotics and enzymes and vitamins and minerals and nutrients. What's different about this? It's all about the formula, the blend, and all the stuff that's in it. So we're going to hit this hard, but I'm really excited to show you tonight. Let me see if I can get this to come up. There it is. Let me see if we can get this guy to pull up. There we go. Full screen, biggity boom. Awesome. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can see the screen and everything. Does everything look good? All good on your end? Good, 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 good. Awesome. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, I don't know if I can turn this off though. There'll probably be 1.5 million of these coming up. Okay. All right. So we're going to go into Earth. Now, again, let me reiterate the fact that what we gave the sample of, and you guys all took, and you felt great. And some of you told me how much energy you had after lunch and you slept better that night. And some of you told me the next day you had some big bowel movements, and that's exciting too, because how many of y'all know when we get older, there's a couple things in life that are important. And if you can start your day off with a really nice bowel movement, it's going to be a good day, Tater. So I love what we have created. By the way, I want to give a huge shout out to Anthony Freeman, because this was really his baby. This is the whole idea about clearing the clutter, getting rid of the bugs. You know, with this product matched with our other formulas, it's unbelievable together. So the Earth, and by the way, when Tony and I and Robert and Kevin and the whole scientific advisory board was talking about this, we're saying that, listen, this Earth, this is like Earth 21. I'm sure that we're going to have an Earth 2022, an Earth 2023, because our job is just to make things better until we feel that it's perfect. So just know that our job is to tweak things and move things and make it better for you all and make it better for us. So once we looked at your surveys, we took some things out, we added some things in. Like, for example, there was some concerns about the fact that there was milk in it. Well, there was. It was coconut milk. But the coconuts that we used actually had a casein that was used for it, which is very common. But some people go, I don't want milk in it. So we fixed it so there's no milk. We changed the ingredients for that. Some folks didn't like it said wheat on it. Well, guess what? It was wheatgrass. And so we changed the formula up so it's not going to say wheat or milk on it. So we made a lot of those tweaks, but we added some more things. And the whole idea behind Earth is it is an essential health beverage. This is what I want you to understand. This is not an earth shake. It's like Anthony says, this is an earthquake, baby. And it's an essential health beverage. This is something that everybody should have every day. And I think once you see this, you'll have a better understanding why. And what was really cool from my perspective is I come home every day. You know, my family, God bless them, we're just like everybody else. We know what we need to do. We practice the 80-20 rule. You know, 80% of the time we're spot on, we eat good, we take our supplements, etc. But 20% of the time, how many of y'all know that every once in a while you got to have a burger and a beer? Well, the cool thing about that is we know that we can supplement our way around that a little bit. Well, the reality of it is that I would come home and my wife's got collagen sitting on a table, and we got mushrooms sitting on a table as a supplement. We got a multi-mineral, we got a multi-enzyme, we got a multi-green, we got a multivitamin, we got all these things, probiotics, soil-based organisms. This product is all of that in one, literally in one. So this is not what people are going to think is, oh, this must be another protein shake. No, this is an essential health beverage. Okay. Essential health beverage. Everybody write that down, repeat that. Do not forget it. It is an essential health beverage. When we say it's an essential nutrient means it essentially has to be in your diet or you don't have it, period. So this has to be in your diet. It is a beverage that you should have. You can have it. Your children can have it. Everybody should have it. It helps cleanse, nourish, rebuild, and sustain. So let's get into Earth. If I can, let's try this again. There we go. Now, let me tell you something. This needs updated, because I will tell you right now, this is not 15 products in one. It's honestly more like 17 different products, and it may even be higher than that when we get done with it. So take notes on what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to tweak it a little bit more. I'm really excited to talk to you about some of the things that we've added to the Earth product since we had a conversation about this at conference. And And so here it is. So number one, it's a healthy, low calorie, sugar-free snack. So this is something that you can have between a meal. You can have this as a meal replacement. You can have this as a pre-workout, a post-workout. Bottom line is you should have this one time every day, one time a day at least for everybody. And this is one of those deals that you can take more than one dose a day, but really one a day is really what the body needs for adults and for children. It is an amazing weight management program. How many of you have done Tony's Righteous program? How many of you have done that program? That program is amazing. And a lot of people are going to be starting that program. My understanding is November 1st. A lot of us are going to restart that. And that's what this is part of that, right? And the weight that people lose with this, because it clears the clutter, it balances the sugars and all the stuff that's in it. Now, here's what we're going to say. Right here, it says number 3, and I want to explain this. 100% of 12 vitamins and minerals. Now, here's what I want you to understand. What we decided to do was we have removed any type of synthetic vitamin that's in here. Any type of synthetic vitamin, we want to have this as pure organic as we can have it. Plant-based, whole food, we want it as pure as it can be. But one thing I need you to understand is this. When you eat fruits and vegetables, what are you getting? What are you getting? You're getting fiber. You're getting enzymes. You're getting fruits. You're getting vegetables. You're getting vitamins. You're getting minerals. All that stuff is in one, and your body's going to be able to utilize that better. So I need you to understand this is a whole food. This is real food. That's why when you eat this stuff every day, you're going to start noticing that your bowels are going to be regulating like clockwork. Those of you that get diarrhea and constipation, irritable bowel, Crohn's, colitis, all that stuff, this is going to help push all those toxins out of your bowel. Remember, you need that fiber to push all that stuff out. It's got the detoxifying organic greens. Okay. That blend of detoxification, that clear the clutter blend, that push the literally the crap out of your system blend, I'm going to show that to you in just a minute. Very strong antioxidant rich super fruits. We're going to talk about that in just a minute as well. I'll show you that. But the blends of fruits in here, one of my favorite fruits that's in here is the elderberry that's in here. Okay, that's amazing. Gut and cardiovascular fiber support, again, in the healthy whole foods is all the fiber that the body needs. And I don't know if you guys know this, but your intestinal tract is not like it's not like a tube. Everybody just visualizes that your intestines are like a tube. You eat something and it just comes in one tube and out the other. Your intestines have these outpouchings called haustres. And what happens is a lot of fecal matter, a lot of crap over the years gets stuck on the sides of those haustres. And behind the fecal matter on the lining of the intestinal wall is all this infection and bugs and bacteria and the mycoplasmas and stuff that we talked about. Good healthy fiber is going to go back around the backside of that like a broom and help push that out. So this, in addition to our nucleotide with the fiber that's in that is a double knockout punch to knock out literally all the fecal matter and all the toxins out of your body. That's huge. Blood sugar support. This is something that I need you guys to understand what this does from a metabolic balancing standpoint of balancing your insulin and balancing your blood sugar. So glucose, insulin, think about this. Every time we eat, just think about this. Every time we eat, our blood sugar and insulin goes up. Well, when insulin goes up, our metabolism goes down. When insulin goes up, a lot of our other hormone function goes down. So like insulin goes up because we have breakfast, we get a drop in our hormone function like testosterone, estrogen, and etc. This goes up, other stuff goes down. All day long, people go breakfast, lunch, dinner, and most people are breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, snack, 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 breakfast. So every time your blood sugars go up, they got to crash down. And by the way, when blood sugar goes up too high, you have a tendency to get things like anxiety. And when it drops down low, you can get things called depression. So we can help those huge blood sugar swings. So not only is this something that I would recommend for every one of my patients that has any type of hormonal and endocrine system problem, like diabetes of any kind, type 1, type 2, or type 3, this is something that is needed on a daily basis to burn fat out of the body, because guess what? When your insulin doesn't spike, you're burning fat. So if you use this product with intermittent fasting, you're not going to get insulin spikes. And when that insulin doesn't go up, what does go up is your immune system function. What does go up is digestive function. What does go up is the healing ability of your body. What does go down is the inflammation. What does go up is hormone production. This is what can help you be healthier. Metabolic syndrome is a serious problem that most people are dealing with, especially most people that eat the Western type diet. This is a solution for that. Colon and blood cleanse. I love how Kevin talked about this. I gave you the idea of how this can clean out the colon, but this formula, especially with the mushrooms and all the other natural products that are in here, literally can clean out and filter out your blood. Many people get their colon cleaned out, but how many of you have ever had have literally ever had your blood cleansed? This type of fiber and the nutrients, the antioxidants that are in here can help clean out that blood as well. It aids in digestion because it has enzymes in it. Now, let me tell you something about enzymes. Enzyme therapy was actually something I just taught my doctors today about in my clinics, was the need and necessity for enzymes. Let me explain something. We know that vitamins, minerals, and nutrients are the basic building blocks for your body. It's kind of like if I'm going to build a house, I need the raw materials to do it. Well, that's what your macro and micronutrients are. That's what your vitamins and your food and all that stuff is, just raw materials to rebuild the body and keep the energy going and fuel the machine. Well, enzymes are the worker bees. You got to have somebody take those raw materials and put it all together. That's what in this formula are the enzymes. And to me, that was one of the OMG moments, because most people, I will just tell you, most people, because of the standard American diet, because of stress, because of life, their enzyme production goes massively down. That's why a lot of people, when they eat foods, they feel like crap. They have autoimmune issues. That leads to that type of low enzyme function leads to problems with the leaky gut. That's one of the stresses that can cause undigestion of food in the body. And by the way, what happens when you eat something and the body doesn't break it down with an enzyme, doesn't use it like it's supposed to, it recognizes it as a foreign substance. If it recognizes it as a foreign substance, it's going to mount an autoimmune response behind it. Enzyme therapy is huge. That's what I got my start in when I really got into functional medicine. Was one of my mentors taught me to be sure to give everybody enzymes because they need them and they don't have enough of them. You know, an enzyme, if you take an apple and drop an apple on the ground and go back and look at that apple later in the day, there'll be a sore on it, right? There'll be a brown spot on that apple. Well, what is that? That bruise, if you will. That's the apple eating itself. Enzymes are in foods. Enzymes our body produces, but because of stress, because of our diet, and because the food we eat is not, most of the times, most people don't eat real food. You know, and I'm just as guilty as everybody else is. So I'm deficient in enzymes, and that leads to symptoms, sickness, disease, and etc. Okay. This has great circulation support, cardiovascular support, and blood flow are so important. We need blood flow to our brain to make our brain work. We need it to our hands and feet so we don't get neuropathy. Guys and gals, we need blood flow to our man and woman parts so that we can do the things in life that we wanted to do, the things in life. Okay, just I'm gonna leave it at that. Probiotics, especially, write this down. Soil-based organisms. We're going to talk a lot about that today, because the soil-based organism, that's the key. Those are ancient soil nutrients that are not in our soil anymore. That's going into this, that's in this formula, so that your body can have the nutrients it needs, the soil-based organisms it needs. And I talked about soil-based organisms with in relation to fulvic and humic acid, which is in our immune product, and how that helps grow healthy bacteria. I still encourage you to eat fermented foods. You need to be eating fermented foods every day. Get some sauerkraut, fermented vegetables, kombucha, kimchi, all that kind of stuff. Fermented foods are important. Trace mineral blend, again, from the whole food base. It's going to have minerals in it. The adaptogens that are in the mushrooms. Now this is, we're going to talk about the mushroom blend in just a minute. But I learned about mushroom therapy probably 6-7 years ago. And mushroom therapy, I'm literally blown. I'm disappointed that I didn't learn about the benefits of mushroom therapy years ago, because I could have helped so many more people and I could have helped myself. But the mushroom blend that's in here helps support the adrenal glands, helps clean out the body, clean out the blood, helps kill bugs, bacteria, and pathogens. That's part of when Tony talks about clear the clutter. Mushrooms play a big role in that, big role in killing parasites, fungus, bacteria, etc. All that kind of stuff. Very, very, very important. Let me plug this in so I don't lose any juice here. So you got all that. Then you've got obviously, collagen, hair, skin, nails. My wife uses collagen all the time. It's a very hot topic to be talking about. Everybody's been wanting us to have a collagen product. It's in here. And then healthy fats. Healthy fats are things that most people do not get an opportunity to get into your diet. If you don't have fat, you can't burn fat. If you don't have fat, your brain and nerves don't work. If you don't have fat, you can't heal nerve damage. If you don't have fat, your cardiovascular system can't work. Fat is really important. The problem is we get too much of the bad fat. We get out of balance with all that fat in the body. Number 2, next slide. We wanted to have a formula that really could support all of our body systems. Now, remember, you got to understand something. Vitamins and minerals and nutrients, and really drugs even for that matter, don't cure anything. They help the body by removing the interference and giving it the nutrients that it needs to heal. And so Earth was developed to support all of our body systems. Circulatory system we talked about, cardiovascular, nervous system, respiratory, digestive system, skeletal, and muscular system. All of those systems are supported by this blend. This is an essential health beverage. Again, something that everybody needs every day. Everybody needs every day. Now, in the Earth Shake, which ought to make the earth quake, because I'm telling you, this is just something that's not out there. Now, this needs to be updated a little bit. We're going to talk about this, collagen and healthy fats. We have to have that to promote healthy hair, healthy skin, nails, intestinal lining. The collagen is important. And what happens is that a lot of times people will get collagen. There's a lot of collagen supplements that are out there. And I'm a fan of collagen. I think it's great. I think it's important. I think you should get it from your food. It needs to be from a good, healthy source. The problem is a lot of times collagen is hard for the body to absorb because it doesn't have enzymes in it. So we put an enzyme blend in here so that the body can actually grab those nutrients, grab that collagen, grab the vitamins and minerals from the whole foods and pull it into the cells. Okay. That's a big deal. Fiber. So obviously fiber is good and it cleans out the colon and helps give you healthy poops. And I don't know what to say other than, again, I think I learned this when I turned 40. I've got a whole new affinity for warm socks and just a good bowel movement in the morning. I know it's going to be a good day when you have a good bowel movement. And Tony and I were talking about this. Anthony and I were talking about this last week when he was in St. Louis in this very room. We were talking about, people sometimes going to go out, man, they're going to eat a pizza. They're going to eat a burger and they're going to eat fries. They need to get that stuff pushed through their colon as quick as they can so that stuff doesn't back up. I mean, if you go and look up how many pounds of fecal matter most people have inside their intestines, it is going to blow your mind when you find out most people are full of poop. Literally, not just figuratively, but literally. This pushes it out of the system. This blend is so unique. And man, I'm telling you, when you have one of my mentors, Dr. David Seaman, he's a colon gut guru. That's what he talks about is the gut. And he used to tell us, he says, hey, everybody needs to have 2-foot floaters. And you know what I'm talking about. Just a good, clean bowel movement. You can tell a lot about the health of a person by the look, the smell, and the shape of their bowels. If you got little bitty rabbit pellets, you got a problem. You got really big, long, hard sticks and stones in there, that's a problem. But if you got nice, long, smooth, floaty poop, not bad, real good. Some of you are not going to have that at first because it's going to push all the toxins out of your body. When it clears the clutter, it helps reset the body's metabolism with that blood sugar balance we talked about. And now it allows your body to really heal like it's supposed to. The multivitamin, multimineral blend is coming from whole foods, whole vegetables, whole fruits. We're going to talk about what's in those in just a minute. The trace mineral blend that's in there as well. Minerals, I'm just going to tell you this. You got to understand something about minerals. When the body's when the body's breaking down and there's disease somewhere in the body or degeneration, one of the other biggest issues is you're not getting enough minerals and you're not absorbing them. And most people cannot stay hydrated because they lose their electrolytes, which are minerals in their body, and it makes you tired. Remember, minerals are charged. They have an electronic charge to them, and it's like putting water in your batteries of your car. You got to have that in there, but it's got to have the minerals to hold it. So that's a super cool formula. Also, here's the detoxifying organic blend of greens. This is what's going to help clean out not just your bowels, but it'll clean out some of your organs, and it'll clean out your blood. Alfalfa, barley grass, wheatgrass, beetroot, broccoli, Mongolia leaf, tomato, chlorella. The big one is the spirulina. Spirulina, I got to tell you, I've used spirulina as a superfood by itself for a long time, killing parasites, getting rid of the mycoplasms in the body, killing out a lot of the little bacteria that are inside the colon that sneak behind the fecal matter and the intestinal tract. It works amazing for that. Some of the other superfoods that are here that are fruits, again, strong antioxidant blend. Again, if you get a chance to talk to Dr. Gary Samuelson, medical atomic physicist, that's crazy. Albert Einstein level kind of guy. It's insane, by the way, the level and quality of people that we have on our scientific advisory board. Just, it blows my mind. The best of the best, the top of the top that are on there. You just saw that with Coach CJ. You just saw why he is the #1 implementation performance coach out there when it comes to health and wellness. This antioxidant blend, when you talk to Dr. Gary about it, he's going to talk about oxidation and antioxidants and redox and oxidation. It's all about slowing down the cell damage and repairing as much of that damage as we can. So acai fiber, the big one is the elderberry, the blackberry, the blueberries, strawberries, the red raspberries, goji, and the acai that's all in, or the elderberry that's in there. Great for the immune system, great antioxidants. We need those micronutrients. You all are not eating these fruits and vegetables every day. Trust me, I know. I try to get them in my system and I don't, especially when you're eating one meal a day, if you're fasting, or if you have 2 small meals a day, or eat within a 6-hour window. This gets you those nutrients. Plus the probiotics. Now I want you to look this up. I want you to go look this up. Go look up soil-based organisms. You don't have to do it right now, but look up soil-based organisms. We're going to be talking a lot about soil-based organisms as a whole because they're different than your regular probiotic. They're soil-based organisms. And soil-based organisms, the best way you can explain is a soil-based organisms of probiotics that are made from microbial strains that occur naturally in the soil. Now, how many of y'all know that our soil, because of the way that we treated our soil, we don't let the ground sit for time to repair and heal. We now force GMO, Roundup Ready, all this kind of stuff in there. We kill all the bugs and pesticides and weeds that are in there. The farmers nowadays, they just want the corn to grow, the soy to grow, the wheat to grow. They just want the berries and the fruit to grow. They don't want the weeds around it. So they kill all the soil-based bacteria, all the soil-based organisms, the good stuff that we're supposed to have in our body that feeds good, healthy bacteria. We don't have those. And things like GR1 and RC1 and all these other lactobacilluses that are out there. This is way deeper than just taking a bunch of probiotics. This is going back to the root. The health benefits of these, they're called ancient nutrients. There's a line of soil-based organism probiotics, and their whole deal is the goal of creating soil-based organisms, probiotics, because it offers a unique formula ability to grow the normal microflora, the normal microbiome that our body's supposed to have. Wherever you live in the world, you're supposed to have a microbiome that fits that. And because we're not eating enough healthy fruits and vegetables and getting any mushrooms in our diet and getting good soil-based organisms, we're missing out on an opportunity for that. This is a big one. The digestive support to turn food into energy. I talked about that, to rebuild and sustain health. The big key is the enzymes. One of my mentors, Dr. Howard Loomis, that's all he talked to me about. He said, you can give them all the vitamins in the world, but they're these giant, vitamin D and vitamin C. These are big things, like you eat an orange, that's big. It breaks down into vitamin C, that's smaller, but then it's got to break down even more and get into the cell, and enzymes are going to push that in and pull stuff out. Well, most people don't have enzymes in their system, so we're in a bad way. So these enzymes right here are going to help us in a big way. And we put in there amylase, protease, lactase, lipase, cellulase, invertase. By the way, amylase helps break down. Amylase right here helps for carbohydrates. Protease is protein. Lactase is exactly what it is, lactose. Lipase is fat. Cellulase helps break down the outside layers of cells. Invertase, all these things that end in ASE are enzymes that you're deficient in. And by the way, for example, if you're deficient in amylase, you're going to crave more sweets and sugars. And if you're, by the way, if you're deficient in amylase, other symptoms clinically can show up with people. And some of these clinical symptoms that people can have when they're deficient in amylase are things like they startle easy. They crave a lot of sweets and sugars. They get vision issues. A lot of times they'll get jaw pain as well. Amylase is also, what else with the amylase? You get a lot of, you have a higher predisposition for digestive issues because you're higher production of making a candida and all that kind of fun stuff that goes with it. Protease is for breaking down protein. This can cause digestive imbalances, cravings for proteins a lot. When you eat proteins, you get gassy and bloaty. This one screws up your hormones. I see a lot of infertility with protease deficiencies. Protease also causes a lot of gas, bloating, reflux, heartburn, pain on the shin, like a shin splint on both sides could be a protease deficiency. Lipase, people that get tight in their shoulders right in here a lot, that's a lipase deficiency. People who have enzyme deficiencies have problems, period. Then the organic mushroom blend. Again, I talked about the importance of mushrooms. These are the mushrooms that are in our formulas. They're very powerful vitamin, mineral. They increase overall systemic circulation of the body, increase absorption of nutrients, help the body kill bugs, bacteria, yeast, candida, and etc. These are things that are going to kill a lot of parasites and a lot of bad bugs. They're also phytochemicals, phytonutrients, which are go down to a cellular level a lot easier than most other nutrients that we're taking. Man, again, when I learned about the power of mushrooms, first of all, I was excited and inspired. And second of all, I was so sad and really mad that I just didn't know about them, right? I just didn't know. So then we got carbon 10. This is a natural, healthy starch. This is really big deal. This is a gluten-free pea starch with high amylose content, clinically proven, by the way, to help support healthy blood sugar. Again, it's all about keeping that blood sugar within normal range. No spikes, no drops. Spikes are anxiety, drops are depression. Most people throughout the day, anxiety, depression, anxiety, depression, anxiety, depression. This helps sustain healthy energy without that crash. You know, a lot of people will eat something and then boom, they'll crash because their blood sugars are out of whack because that liver gets screwed up. And so the xanthol humol, which is unhappy humol, with this together is so good because it helps so much from the gut just dropping and the gastric emptying for you to bottom out. You ever just feel so exhausted, like, I just need some juice, I just need some fruit, I need something to eat right now? This carbon 10 helps with that, and it supports massive healthy weight loss, again, because it's keeping the sugars balanced. Okay, we added some other ingredients, good source of again, great source of vitamins, trace minerals, flavonoids, and antioxidants. So we got fennel, okra. I mean, these are all such healthy products. When's the last time you ate some fennel or some okra or some artichoke? When's the last time you had celery seeds? When's the last time you had seeds, period? So this stuff is important for tissue repair, antioxidant, collagen synthesis, oxidative stress reduction, all that kind of stuff we talked about. And it's so powerful for the immune system as well. So I tell you what, let's do this. I know that's a lot of info. I know that's a lot. Does that make sense? You guys good so far? Give me a thumbs up if you like that. You learned something. Anybody, are you guys excited about this? I mean, this is so, to me, this is just so flipping cool. All right, give me a thumbs up if you learned something. Awesome. By the way, there's a big difference between, somebody asked a question about mushrooms. There are mushrooms out there that are not good for you to eat. We don't put those in there. There are mushrooms in there that are very healthy for you to eat. We put those in there. Okay. There's a big difference, and we'll get into mushroom stuff. I think I'm gonna have Tony come on, Anthony come on with me next week. Anthony Freeman. I want to talk to you guys about that. This is a amazing product. So, all right, let's get into my favorite part now. Let's go through. Let's go and answer some questions. So, whatever questions you guys have, stick them in the Q&A, and I'll answer those. So, somebody says, I'm looking. Okay, let's see. How many servings are in a bag? You got a month's supply. You're going to get 30-day serving. Somebody asked a question about Pure 47. With Pure 47 or Immune cause detox, Pure 47 can cause some detox. Immune can as well. Sorry, guys. But remember, I don't know what to tell you. You want a detox. This product will help you detox easier, less stress on detox, because you'll have all the fiber that'll pull the stuff out. But I don't know what to tell you. Your body's going to have to detoxify. And I've been through this with a lot of you guys. So some of the things you can do, make sure you're hydrating, sweat, get an infrared sauna, take an Epsom salt bath, make sure that you're, having good bowel movements, drinking your coffee in the morning, doing your nucleotides. But your body's got to get them toxins out. So it could. It says, is Earth okay for an obese person on meds for AFib? Yes, absolutely. People that are on insulin, warfarin, high cholesterol meds, yes, absolutely. This person needs to lose 150 pounds. I'm praying Earth is the solution. Well, Earth is part of the solution, but they got to change their diet. You got to clear the clutter. So what I would do in an ideal world with that person, I'd put them on the coffee in the morning. I'd give them the triad at least 2, if not 3 times a day, but at least 2 times a day. I'd give them the Earth as well. I'd have them intermittent fast, either eat 1 or 2 meals a day, hydrate like crazy. And I would probably do at least 90 days of either, if they're that heavy, I would probably do at least 90 days of the Pure 47 or the Immune. You can do them both because you want to clear out all those mycoplasms with them. I know that's a lot of info, but it's more than that. When do we get to buy it? Well, because you guys tested it, and we literally spent the last, week going over changes in formula. And we literally flew everybody to St. Louis and then went back and forth via Zooms and email back and forth. And we're all talking about what to add, what to subtract. How do we make it work in a supplement so it still tastes good and you can do things with it? It should be ready to go. Right now, I think all we're waiting on right now is packaging. My understanding, I don't know if y'all know this, but there's 110 plus cargo ships waiting out in the Pacific Ocean for somebody to go out and unload. So maybe we have to take a boat, go out there and get some packaging stuff. But we talked about that today. We want to get this stuff in your hands as soon as possible. So we're hoping ASAP. I want this. My patients want this. I want you to have it. So ASAP, Michelle, great question though. I appreciate that. Is there any help for someone diagnosed with vasculitis? Absolutely. Inflammation of the vessels. This product would be really great for that. A healthy, strong 60-year-old man quickly deteriorating. He's only being treated with steroids. Oh my gosh. Yes. Put him on the triad, put him on the coffee, put him on the Earth. Do that. He's probably got some liver issues going on, Karen. So I would start him on that. Give him solid 90 days. It takes, please, at least 90 days. I'm going to tell you, if you're my patient, you got to do at least 12 months if you want me to be your doctor, but 90 days before physiology can make a big change. Great question though. Someone says, I have a friend who started low with 1 dose per day on the triad and is still constipated. I recommended going twice a day. If she still isn't showing improvement, should she go to 3? No, give her the Earth. Give her the Earth. If you get fiber in your system and your intestines aren't moving still, she's probably not hydrating enough, number one. So make sure that you're hydrating. Make sure that they're drinking half their body weight in ounces of water a day, or getting some warrior's blood tea or herbal teas in their system. Hydration might be the issue, and there may be some medications that she's taking that isn't allowing that. But you want to have a good bowel movement. You want to have a ridiculously good bowel movement. The Earth is the key for that. There's no question for that. It makes me have to go thinking about it. Will the Immune or Pure 47 directly on the skin help with skin cancers? Well, we can't say for sure that it'll help with the skin cancer. But here's what I would tell you. Immune is to be taken by mouth. You can do Pure 47 by mouth or on the skin. I would do, if it was me and there was a skin problem, and I'm doing this right now with several fungal cases that I see a lot of funguses. I'm having them do sprays in the mouth and sprays directly on the affected tissue. Great question. Does Earth help with chelation? Yeah. So chelation is a fancy doctor term, or fancy term for getting toxins out of your body. A lot of times chelation gets referred to as heavy metal chelation. Yes, the Earth can help with that. All those antioxidants, fruits and vegetables and whole foods that are in there, plus the mushrooms, will help purify the colon and help purify the blood. That's absolutely a good thing to do that. Does this affect blood sugar for someone who is diabetic but doesn't need medications? Let me read that again. Does this affect blood sugar for someone who is diabetic but doesn't need medication? This affects blood sugar, period. Whether you're diabetic, not a diabetic, great question. This is something that you have to understand. If you can control blood sugar, if you have healthy blood sugar, you just fixed your weight problem. If you have healthy blood sugar, you just solved probably 50 to 60% of your hormone problems. If you have good balanced blood sugar, you just solved a lot of your energy problems. And you also just solved a lot of your body's ability to heal problems. Controlling blood sugar helps control metabolic syndrome. And it's to me, it's one of the top keys for all health. That's why intermittent fasting is so important. I like 16 hours of fasting, and 16 to 18 hours of fasting and 6 to 4 hours of eating. Good question. Let's see. Where do I find more information about Tony's program? Just email him. Email Tony, reach out to him. He'll help you with that. Can our bodies have too many antioxidants? You're just going to get rid of whatever you don't need. No, good question though. Someone says, I hear people talk about cleanse or detox. I noticed Earth is a colon and blood cleanse. How is this different than the cleanses or detoxes on the market today? Is there a difference between when someone says they are doing a cleanse and Earth? Well, great question. Great question. You guys, I love your questions, by the way. This is really good. So listen, here's the deal. This is a cleanse detox. There's a lot of things on the market that they talk about. Here's a liver cleanse. Take this for your gallbladder. Take this for your heart. Take this for your blood. Take this for your colon. What if you have one product that would help with all of it? It's all food-based. You don't need a detoxifying agent if you got the food that does it. Like the fruits and vegetables blend with the enzymes, the soil-based organisms, and the mushrooms that are in there. That will cleanse it. That cleanses the blood and the colon. There's nothing else in addition that you would need. In fact, the days of me recommending gallbladder cleanses, liver cleanses, colon cleanse, I don't do that anymore. I recommend this. Now, if someone has a really backed up colon, I'm a big fan of doing things like colonics and things of that nature, but this will do it. You won't need that if you have the Earth, as far as I'm concerned. Great question. Would this be a good product after colonoscopy to replace good bacteria? Abso-freaking-lutely. Thank you for asking that question. That plus fermented foods, please. Soil-based organisms plus fermented foods is going to be a game changer for you to get the right bacteria back into your system. Someone says one of my VIPs has a niacin allergy. Okay, she did well with Earth. Why are some people allergic to niacin, and any suggestions what they can do? So, okay. Sometimes people are confused about what they are or are not allergic to. And when someone says allergic to niacin, I bet when she takes niacin, this person gets hot and gets flushed. That's not an allergy to niacin. That's what niacin does. Niacinamide is the knockoff synthetic version of niacin. If someone I'm sorry, I'm laughing at a comment. If someone takes niacin and they get hot and flushy and red, that's not an abnormal response. The body will get used to it, and then it'll kind of diet down a little bit. Sometimes that niacin helps flush stuff out of the body as well. It's almost like a Herxheimer reaction, but I've used niacin for years. That's probably what it is. You can private message me if you want, and I'll answer some more questions about that, but they're probably not allergic to niacin. What they probably are is they have a flush from it, and that's what it is. It's probably coming from their gut and they're toxic. Someone says, if we do a 18-6 fast, when should we take our Earth? I would take it. I got to tell you, I think you can take it anytime you want. I'm going to tell you right now, I've got no problem. This is not causing insulin spikes. This actually keeps insulin good. So you can take it anytime during the day. I would take it if I'm really going to try to be solid fasting, take it when you're eating. Good question though. Can I add immunity to the earth? You absolutely can, Shelly. Great freaking question. You want to know why? Because when you put fulvic and humic acid with soil-based organisms, that's like putting nutrition on the garden. Boom, it's going to grow like crazy. I will tell you that this bad boy that I'm drinking right now, the immune should be taken, in my opinion, with the earth. It's just going to work better. That's what I recommend, at least right now. Is there enough collagen in the earth to affect breast cancer patients? Great question. So here's what I'm going to tell you. There's way more to breast cancer than collagen. By the way, remember, please understand this. No single nutrient by itself is going to cure, reverse any type of disease. It's all about giving the body the stuff that it needs. It's not this for that. It's not take this and it gets you that result. It's if you give your body fuel, your body's going to take that fuel and go do with it what it needs to do. Most people don't give it the right fuel, and most people are so backed up with toxins that we got to push those toxins out of the body, and that's what earth will do for you. Would I give this to my patients with breast cancer all day, every day? Because they've got to have those macro and micronutrients so that the body can have the stuff it needs to heal it. This literally is, like I said, it can be used as a meal replacement. It can be used as a snack. This gives you those nutrients that your body needs and isn't getting. I got a VIP allergic to acai. Will she be able to take this? Yeah, they can take this. There should be, listen, you guys, here's what I'm going to tell you about allergens. Unless you have an anaphylactic allergy, an IgE response to something, you should take it. You should take it. And a lot of times what will happen is you'll build up a tolerance to it. You won't have any problems with it, but you can start low and slow and move your way up with it. Will this earth replace Tony's program? No. Tony's program has the warrior's blood in it. It has some of the other seeds that are in it. It has a couple of, there's other things that we're going to add to this. And by the way, we're going to add more things in the future, but we're adding so much so quick. Like everybody needs their gut right. And then all these additional products are just icing on the cake. But used it with Tony's program, this is great. Anthony's program. Okay, there's elderberry in here. The Karen says, I don't see the elderberry. Go look up here, I'll show you again. It's the, hold on. Elderberry is the maji plant, the mahaji plant that's in there. That's the technical term for it. If you drink this every day, would you still need to take digestive enzymes with meals? I'm a stone maker. Okay, Colleen, great question. What I will tell you is this. What I would do from a clinical standpoint is I would take this with digestive enzymes for 90 days. Then what I would do is I would wean off the digestive enzymes, because by that point, you've cleared out some of the clutter. Your body's got some of the nutrients it needs to repair. The cells have started to get healthy. Healthy cells equal a healthy organism. Sorry, healthy cells equal healthier organs, which equals a healthy organism. I would definitely do this, and then you can do an enzyme test to see if you still need it, the enzymes, but you probably won't. For anyone that's done the gut righteous cleanse, do they continue the plan even when they start taking the earth? So this can be used in addition to the gut righteous plan, for sure. Let's see. It says, I see celery seeds. Can someone with diverticulitis take these? Yes, because they're ground up seeds. The problem with seeds, here's the great question. The problem with seeds that people have is when they eat them, they don't chew them up very well. And seeds typically come out looking the same way they went in. So these are already ground up seeds. Okay, so you're not going to have an issue with that. It's a powder form of it. All this stuff's already in a powder form, which is why when people have allergies and stuff like that to them, they don't typically have as big of problems because they're already broken down. Plus the enzymes typically counterbalance any enzymes. Great questions. Can it help someone to gain rather than lose weight? So gaining and losing weight is all about calories in, calories out. Next week when I'm on with Anthony, we can talk a little bit more about that, but you totally can use this as a builder. But that's not essentially what it's for. So you're not going to use this as a, by the way, most people don't need as much protein powder as they're taking. That's kind of a, that's a big misconception. And I'll tell you what I'll have Anthony Freeman come on with me next week. I'm hoping we can do that. I'm looking something up for you guys real quick. I don't see it. I was going to pull something up. Somebody asked about a cookbook. I thought I had one. I'll dig it up and see if we can find it for you guys. What else? What component of this is actually attacking parasites? Is it one? Well, first of all the antioxidants are going to help parasites. Number two, the fruits and vegetables are going to be a big part of it. And the other part, first of all, the seeds that are in there, and in addition, the mushrooms. Mushrooms kill bugs. Can I take earth as a meal replacement? Yes. Someone says, I have a friend that asked, in your opinion, would any of our products help a couple that is trying to get pregnant after 7 years? Okay, let's talk about pregnancy for a second. So the big thing with pregnancy is if your body is sick, if you don't have enough nutrients, cool. If you don't have enough nutrients in your system, or you're toxic or deficient, is going to cause the body to go, all right, I can barely keep myself alive. I'm already robbing Peter to pay Paul. As a man, I'm not going to produce enough viable sperm to fertilize the egg because I can barely keep myself going. Same thing with a woman. You may be healthy enough to drop an egg, but you may not be fertile. May not be healthy enough to fertilize an egg and carry one through pregnancy. So it's all about getting help. I can't tell you. I mean, one of my favorite things to tell my wife is, hey, guess what, honey? I got another lady pregnant at work today. You understand where I'm going with that. We have a lot of people with conception. It's all about balancing hormones. It's all about balancing the gut. It's all about getting that insulin under control. So you got to get healthy. It's a great question. So what I would recommend them getting healthy. I'd put them on the triad. I'd put them on the earth. I'd start with that and see where they're at. They might need to dig a little deeper with their health stuff though. What is the age range of using earth? Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. If they got teeth, you can give them earth. Because when you can give it to them younger, but I would go if they have teeth, because when you have teeth, it tells us that our body's ready to have certain foods. So you can absolutely do that. I'm using it with a lot of, I'll be using it with a lot of babies as well. How many times a day can you spray Pure 47? Well, typically for adults, it's 5 sprays once or twice a day. Twice a day is usually what most people need to do. Will this replace Happy Tides? No, this will replace your multivitamin, your multimineral, your collagen, your multi-enzyme. It'll replace your soil-based organisms and probiotics. It'll help replace your all the other stuff that you buy because you're not getting it in your food, but it definitely will not replace Happy Tides. Great question. This is not nucleotides. It only has it doesn't have nucleotides. Nucleotides and the fiber together are the key with that stuff in the Happy Tides. Great question though. There are so many collagen products out there. Is this a type 1, 2, or 3? Can you explain? Is it bovine? What else sets it apart? Okay, so it is all the collagen. And I just showed you the collagen, where the collagen comes from in that PowerPoint. Great question, by the way. And there are a lot of types of collagen. And I'll just tell you, there's a lot of misinformation about collagen out there. One of my wife's best friends, she's a good friend of mine too. She's a plastic surgeon and she sells collagen like it's nobody's business. And I said to her, I go, do you think this stuff works? She goes, no, absolutely not. But it flies off my shelves like crazy because she had the wrong type of collagen, but people buy it because they're told what type of collagen, where it comes from, and they do it because it's at a, and just like $100 a month they're spending for this collagen. If it doesn't have enzymes, it's not going to work. If you don't have the other micronutrients with it, it's not going to absorb like it's supposed to. So again, it's not just having the ingredients and having the right ingredients and baking that cake at the right time. But great question though, really good question. Somebody says, I know I will have some folks that will recognize several of the ingredients and high lectin foods, not when they're lyophilized. Lyophilized is you take a nutrient, you break it down. The problem with lectin, listen to me, listen very carefully. The problem with most things is, this is a good question. Most people know enough to be dangerous. I'm just gonna tell you that. I'm just gonna tell you that most people know enough to be dangerous, and that's all there is to it. But if the problem with lectins is the outside part, remember I told you if you cook lectins, that helps. But if you have enzymes with it and you have it's ground up in powder form, you're not going to have an issue with lectins. You're absolutely not going to have an issue. I would avoid eating them raw, but this is a whole different delivery system. Great question though, and plus it's with the enzymes. Is this safe for pregnant women? Please give it to pregnant women. Absolutely, they need these phytonutrients. Also, many are allergic to mushrooms and kiwi. Again, I just told you it's with enzymes and it's lyophilized. They're not going to have problems with this. Not these mushrooms they're not allergic to. They're allergic to the mushrooms they're buying at the grocery store, most likely. Just have people try it. A lot of people are going to say, a lot of people say things to me that are really ignorant. They think they know what they're talking about, but they don't. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm just telling you truthfully. My Uncle Bob, the pig farmer, told me that if it's got wheat in it, man, that's going to be a problem. Well, it's wheatgrass. That's not a problem. Well, my Uncle Bob, pig farmer, showed me an article I saw on such and such website that says natural flavors is going to kill me. Well, if it's natural flavor, but what if it's really a natural flavor and not a synonym of preservative name? That's what you got to find out this stuff. The whole idea behind whole food, plant-based is the fact you're just not getting them. Is this a powder that is mixed with water? Yep. You can mix it with your favorite. You can mix this with your favorite beverage. That's what it is. It's a beverage. It's an essential beverage. Is it good for breastfeeding? Yeah. Pregnant women and breastfeeding? For sure. Is this something you should use every day? Yes. This is going to be something for me. I'm probably going to mix it with my hepatide shake that I make and just boom, suck it down. I'll take it every day. Is this something you can do every day? Yep. Someone says, I have a potential Earth customer that asks if she can take this with the following health stats. Here, let me just answer this question. Here's what you can take Earth with. Here's what health conditions you can take it with. Everything. Here's the contraindication to Earth. There isn't one. I mean, this is like food. It's eating food. It's eating real food. It's getting your body the stuff that it needs that you've never had in your system, especially all at one time. I can promise you, you've never had all of this stuff at one time, ever. Lisa says, should I continue with zinc, vitamin C, and D along with Earth? Well, if you don't have enough D in your diet or you're not getting enough sunshine, then I would definitely stay up on D. You could also get your blood tested once a year and see where it's at. Same with zinc. This will really help you get your zinc levels up for sure. But the foods that have the most amount of zinc in them are oysters. So unless you're like me, that's the only shellfish that I eat, oysters. I like the zinc in it, but I still supplement with zinc and D every day. I don't supplement with C, and I'll just tell you why I don't, because I get it in my diet. You're going to get it with Earth, and this product right here, the Immune, with the PQQ, the carbon 60, and with the proligna in it, it's like 870 plus times more stronger than vitamin C. I don't need that anymore. Is it smart? Is there a smart ship prep? Yep. Go on the site. I think it's already on there. It might not be on the site yet, but there will be a smart ship. Can someone who has gastrobypass? Yes, they can take this, and they need it more than anybody. They need to maximize their nutritional capacity within a small little stomach. So they definitely need this. Is this okay to take if lactose intolerant? Absolutely it is. It has lactase in it. If you had the enzyme lactase, you could have lactose. Holy cow, it's already freaking 9 o'clock. Okay, listen. I know we got another event we got to get to. You guys get some good information tonight? Has this been okay? Has this been good? Are you excited about this? You guys cool? Everybody happy? Everybody good? Everybody see how we made changes? We got the surveys back. We made some changes. We got some tweaks going here. We're super excited about it. This product is epic. I mean, this is the daily one that everybody should be taking. This replaces so many other nutrients that you're taking right now that you don't got to take. This is the one and done. This is the essential beverage. The Earth Shake will make the earth quake. So I think this is awesome. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait for you guys to get this. I love all the testimonials that we're getting already from Pure 47, from the Immune, from everything that we're already doing with the gut triad. The coffee people are loving. Please keep track of all those testimonials. Remember, it's all about the story. It's all about the results. The glory's in the story. You guys, I love and appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so much for letting me spend some time with you guys. I'll see you on the next Zoom. Until we meet again, God bless you. God bless America. God bless the world. Have an awesome night, everybody. See you soon.